I would like to, first of all, establish my grounds, my certain, if need be, definitions or understanding. Based on this, I will ask a question to you. Okay, let me lay it out. So first of all, my topic today of discussion is Descartes, specifically on his dubito ergo cogito ergo sum.
Mm-hmm.
Now, no, I have not read the books. I have, however, watched a few philosophers talking about it, breaking it down, certain analysis, just to understand more in depth. Now, my issue, not even issue, I feel like because I haven't read, I have a misunderstanding. Descartes talks about the demon on your shoulder.
Yes.
Yes, makes perfect sense. That's why, he questions, life could be an illusion, your senses fail you. The only thing that's prominent of our existence is the fact that we doubt and we think.
According to him.
According to him, yes. However, my question to you is, what if that is an illusion and that specific demon still triggers that doubt and thinking? So what actually draws the line of doubt and think is my question, because the doubt could also be an illusion, no?
Yes.
So I do not understand his conclusion of thinking and doubting, improving existence or the self. What am I lacking? Or this just your critique of Descartes anyway?
I agree with your assertion. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I understand the point you're making, but the point you're making also applies to the conclusion, right? That is, the demon could very well be saying, all right, doubt this then.
Thank you. Yes.
I agree. And loads of people agree that Descartes didn't draw a satisfying conclusion. Reading the conclusion of his remarks feels like a rushed ending. But it's important to bear in mind that it was himself thinking, and it was his conclusion. The point of his writings were doubting everything. And it is a very personal conclusion. It satisfied him. But I agree with your assertion that it doesn't satisfy the reader. Çünkü the reader, when we read something about philosophy in particular, we foresee a satisfying ending, right? We say, okay, I'm reading this, but it will have a big hit, like a big end.
Yes.
That's not necessarily the case.
Okay, so I've understood it right.
Yes, it just didn't satisfy you because there's a very quick response to it, a very quick counter argument, which people have made after we published the thing, that right? Because what you say applies to what you said previously anyway. So, so what?
Exactly.
Yeah, he didn't respond to them because he responded to it, but his conclusion was the fact that I'm doubting it would be bad for the demon. Think of the Matrix when they are in the world and out the world and whatever the pills work, right?
Yes.
It doesn't play into the hand of the controller, the doubting. Even the doubting doesn't play into it. Like, işine gelmez when someone doubts it. But it's fine, Descartes, and I do agree with you, and I do share your sentiment that it wasn't a satisfying ending. Now, I have nothing to say about it because you are correct. And the assertion you made that what you said applies to what you said earlier has been made by other people as well, and Descartes always said, but the mere fact that I'm doubting it is a satisfactory ending to the lines of thought that this could all be a dream, this could all be the demon sayings or an electrical impulse, which essentially is the problem with existentialist thinking. And it is, I don't find it too dissimilar from the question of God.
Please continue. Was that your ending? Because I was going to deepen my own argument for the sake of it. And this was going to be my point. So please continue and I will elaborate my own point.
I can't continue. I can't provide you a satisfactory thing. Yeah, you're correct. I agree with you with that assertion. I didn't like it.
Okay. Because what it got me thinking about was, the point I'm going to make or argument, also based on what the series I'm rewatching for the third time because I'm just purely obsessed with Tudors. But from my knowledge of Christianity, the act of doubting itself is the devil's work. Because society, religion, whatever is giving you something, this is it. Blindly, you follow this.
Not blindly. Please, let's not alienate our viewers and listeners.
Okay, wrong wording, but the reason why I'm using blindly is because the act of doubt does not exist and shouldn't exist.
If you doubt your Lord, and it's the same thing in Islam as well, is the devil's work. It's a way of the devil or the bad or the evil to get you to doubt of the existence that must be answered in one way, right?
When Descartes was writing this, the period he was writing this, it's shocking to me that this wasn't seen as like the act of Antichrist.
Of course, people were questioning religion back then. When we think about the old times, it wasn't as if the priests were saying stuff and the public were blindly believing them. And it was not just contained to Europe or Descartes of France. Soren Kierkegaard, from the Scandinavian wave of questioning it, was coming about as well. The Lutheran 99 points made the whole Protestant revolution and stuff.
I have to shocked at this. It's the first time we probably agreed on something.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my question.
Yeah, Descartes' answer was indubitable ergo cogito ergo sum. That satisfied him. The fact that by eliminating everything he knew about reality and the world and the real and the physical and completely going into his own mind, because what he sought to achieve was to prove existence by reason alone. So without relying on our senses, he could reach that conclusion by reason alone. By reasoning alone, he sought to prove existence. And by questioning it, even going above the evil demon on the shoulder, if you're a brain floating in space, right, if you can question the existence of yourself in whatever shape or form you may be, a brain in a vat, a simulation, an alien's plaything, or God's creation on earth, if we can doubt our existence, it must firstly, of course, mean that we exist. In order to doubt, we must exist. So thinking, like, I think, therefore I am, the thing is sort of like the middleman there. I don't like the fact that that became a thing and people know, I think, therefore I am. I would much rather people knew.
I doubt, therefore I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Because doubting is the thing that made it happen. If I can doubt about it, about anything, about myself, about my existence, it must firstly mean that I must exist in order to be able to doubt my existence. And I must think, and that's where the thinking comes from.
So that's why I fell in love with the word, because when you said it to me as well, it got me thinking of, I never resonated or actually understood, because it's not about the thinking, it's about the doubting.
It's about how you can prove your existence. Imagine I walked up to you one day, right? We're sitting, having a chat, and I ask you, prove to me that you exist. Where would you begin that line of thought that would result in, I doubt, therefore I think, therefore I am? And that's what Descartes writes about. That's what his writings are about. His work is sitting down, asking yourself the question, how do I know that I exist? The evil demon is a detail. That's how philosophy works. You come up with something like, and you provide a counter argument to it, and then you provide another argument. And by that process, you reach something. What he reached was that line, right? Like that conclusion, I doubt, therefore I think, therefore I am. I disagree with it, but he does make a compelling case.
Really.
So, yeah.
I